This might surprise you. Vultures are nature's eco-engineers. These remarkable birds serve as the frontline sanitation workers of our ecosystems, maintaining balance by consuming decaying carcasses. Equipped with powerful stomach acid, vultures can dissolve deadly pathogens like anthrax, cholera, and botulism without being harmed themselves. When a carcass begins to rot, these avian recyclers swoop in to neutralize the threat, transforming disease-ridden flesh into harmless biomass in just hours. Their digestive system is so effective that even their droppings are less toxic than those of many other scavengers. But vultures do more than just eat. Their guts host a unique community of microbes that further aid in breaking down the putrid meat. Without vultures, ecosystems would face a devastating accumulation of carcasses, potentially leading to bacterial outbreaks and vermin infestations. Conservationists now recognize vultures as keystone species, essential for biodiversity and public health. Their decline in certain areas has already resulted in alarming spikes in disease, highlighting the need for awareness and protection. These misunderstood birds aren't grotesque. They are guardians of ecological balance. Guess what really drives male regulations in America? In 1894, the United States government took a bold step by banning the mailing of obscene materials, which surprisingly included playful illustrations of dancing skeletons. Authorities found these images too suggestive, even though they were meant to be funny. This ban is a fascinating glimpse into the cultural mindset of the Victorian era, where strict moral standards shaped various aspects of everyday life, including what you could send through the mail. The decision to restrict these lighthearted drawings reflects how societal values can influence laws, especially concerning decency and public morality. As you think about this, consider how our own standards today might affect what we find acceptable in communications and art. Isn't it intriguing to see how perceptions of humor and decency can change over time? Did you know St. Patrick was once a slave? At just 16 years old, St. Patrick was captured by Irish pirates who took him to Ireland and sold him into slavery. This marked the beginning of a 6-year ordeal where he worked as a shepherd, enduring harsh conditions away from his family. During his captivity, he turned to his faith for comfort, praying constantly. Eventually, he managed to escape and returned to his family in Britain. However, St. Patrick felt a calling to return to Ireland, not just to reclaim his past, but to spread Christianity, a mission that would change the landscape of Irish spirituality forever. With determination and love, he traveled across Ireland, sharing his teachings and even using the shamrock to explain the concept of the Holy Trinity. St. Patrick's journey from captivity to becoming Ireland's patron saint shows that resilience can lead to remarkable transformations. Seals have a unique sleeping style. What's their secret? When they catch some Z's in the ocean, they don't completely turn off like we do. Instead, they shut down only half of their brain, while the other half stays awake and alert. This astonishing survival strategy allows them to keep an eye out for any lurking predators. Have you ever thought about how many dangers are around when seals are dozing off in the water? With sharks and orcas nearby, sleeping with one eye open really makes sense. This clever method of resting ensures they can respond quickly if a threat appears. Seals gently float near the surface, balancing their need for sleep and safety. If you think about it, this ability showcases the wonders of evolution, helping these fascinating creatures survive in their often perilous aquatic environment. So, next time you spot a seal napping on a rock or bobbing in the water, remember the incredible brain power behind their snooze. How cool is it that they have adapted this way to live in such a risky habitat? Ever thought about why clocks change in spring? Germany was the first country to implement daylight saving time in 1916, a creative solution born out of necessity during World War I. The main goal was to conserve fuel, as resources were scarce and every little bit counted. By moving the clocks forward, people could take advantage of more daylight in the evenings, reducing the need for artificial lighting. This innovative idea quickly spread to other countries, leading to various adaptations over the years. Today, many places still observe this practice, typically starting in spring and ending in autumn, to enjoy those longer daylight hours. However, it's worth noting that not every country participates, and some have even abolished it altogether. So next time you spring forward or fall back, Remember the historical backdrop that made this time change a part of our lives. Discover how texting affects relationships differently. Recent studies reveal that texting frequently can significantly influence relationship satisfaction, but the impact varies between genders. For women, regular texting with their partners is linked to greater happiness and connection, enhancing their overall relationship experience. They feel closer and more engaged through these digital exchanges. Conversely, men tend to experience a decrease in relationship satisfaction with the same level of texting. This surprising trend suggests that while women may thrive on communication, men may feel overwhelmed or pressured by constant messaging. The emotional responses to texting can reveal a lot about how communication styles differ between genders. So if you're texting your partner often, it might be worth considering how it's affecting both of you. Are you both getting the connection you desire? Why did education matter so much in 2010? In that year, the Ministry of Education highlighted the vital role of government support amidst various legal challenges. This emphasis was a response to increasing threats that educational institutions faced, stemming from policy changes and legal disputes. The ministry recognized that without solid backing from the government, schools could struggle to provide a safe and effective learning environment for students. They pointed out that protecting education funding and resources was crucial to maintaining quality teaching and learning experiences. Moreover, this call for support wasn't just about financial aid. It also involved creating policies that ensured schools remained resilient against changes that could disrupt their operations. By advocating for government reinforcement, the ministry aimed to secure a bright future for students, allowing them to thrive without the fear of legal instability affecting their education. The actions taken during this time set a precedent for future educational policies, reminding us how essential protective measures are for a stable educational landscape. Turns out the truth is that maps lie. Most world maps, especially the Mercator projection created in 1569, can distort the true sizes of countries. This popular map makes Alaska look almost as big as Brazil, even though Brazil is actually about 5 times larger. Similarly, Greenland seems enormous, appearing 14 times bigger than it really is. The Mercator projection was designed for navigation, which is why it stretches land near the poles. While it helps sailors, it misleads us about the true scale of our world. So the next time you glance at a map, remember that what you see might not reflect reality. The world is a complex, beautifully diverse place, and some regions are more accurately depicted on different types of maps. Understanding these distortions can give us a more realistic view of global geography, revealing just how fascinating and varied our planet really is. Most people don't know this, but trees can fight back. When trees are threatened by pesky insects or diseases, they don't just sit there. Instead, they spring into action using incredible defenses that can even rival our own immune systems. For example, when insects start munching on their leaves, trees release phenolic compounds. These chemicals act like a natural repellent, making the leaves taste bad and discouraging the pests from feasting any further. Additionally, trees have built-in defenses such as thick bark and specialized cell structures that help seal off damaged areas and prevent infections. Imagine a tree swelling up like a protective barrier against invaders. These clever strategies highlight how trees are more than just silent sentinels of nature. They are actively engaged in their survival. So next time you're walking among trees, remember their amazing abilities to defend themselves. How cool is that? Turns out the truth is that whiskey fueled Walgreens' growth. During Prohibition, which lasted from 1920 to 1933, the United States faced a nationwide ban on alcohol sales. Yet there was a fascinating loophole. Pharmacists could still prescribe medicinal whiskey. This unique situation provided Walgreens, a small chain with only 20 stores at the time, an extraordinary opportunity. By positioning itself as a medicinal supplier, Walgreens expanded rapidly, skyrocketing to over 400 locations. People flocked to pharmacies not just for the thrill of a forbidden drink, but also due to the popular belief that whiskey offered health benefits. As a result, Walgreens became synonymous with this trend, serving a critical need during difficult times when many businesses struggled to stay afloat. The long lines of customers seeking whiskey prescriptions transformed Walgreens into a household name. This remarkable growth story highlights how prohibition unexpectedly shaped the trajectory of a well-known brand, showing that even in challenging circumstances, unique opportunities can lead to significant success. Next time you consider Walgreens, think about their intriguing link to prohibition and the world of medicinal whiskey. Is it really true that sunflowers are inflorescences? Yes, they are. The structure we admire as a sunflower is actually called a capitulum. This fascinating term refers to an inflorescence, which is a cluster of many individual flowers gathered together in a large rounded head. In a sunflower, each small flower, known as a floret, has its own unique reproductive structures, which allow for the process of pollination to happen more efficiently. This clever design helps sunflowers attract bees and other pollinators, increasing their chances of reproduction. When you see a sunflower standing tall and bright in a field, remember that what looks like one big flower is actually a flowering community, working together to thrive. Each floret plays an important role in making the sunflower an iconic symbol of warmth and brightness. Isn't it amazing how nature creates such intricate beauty through teamwork? Here's a wild fact about the Solomonic column. This striking architectural feature, an emblem of power from ancient Rome, showcases a breathtaking spiral design that has puzzled historians for centuries. Built without the help of modern tools, the Solomonic column stands as a testament to the incredible skill and ingenuity of ancient builders. These craftspeople used basic tools and techniques, yet managed to create a visually stunning structure that not only served as a magnificent piece of art, but also carried deep symbolic meaning. Each twist and swirl of the column tells a story of power, artistry, and the technical prowess of a bygone era. Today, as we gaze upon this architectural enigma, we're left wondering how such complexity was achieved with such rudimentary resources. What secrets lie within its spirals? Is it really true that Tartu has a soup city? Nestled in Estonia, the Supelin neighborhood earns this quirky nickname because its streets celebrate various ingredients. Imagine living on Carrot Street or strolling down Potato Street, where the very essence of cooking fills the air. This bohemian area isn't just about street names. It bursts with vibrant street art and murals that display real recipes, bringing a creative twist to everyday life. Food festivals are a regular occurrence where locals and visitors alike gather to enjoy delicious dishes inspired by these colorful streets. The blend of art and culinary inspiration makes Supelin a unique cultural hotspot, reflecting a playful yet genuine appreciation for food. You'll find everything from whimsical designs to informative murals, showcasing how community and cuisine overlap. Whether you're an art lover, a foodie, or just curious about this unusual place, Supelin offers an engaging experience that connects people through the joy of good food and visual creativity. Why not plan a visit and see this artistic soup pot for yourself? Believe it or not, heavy water exists in nature. In every 6,400 hydrogen atoms found in regular water, one is actually a deuterium atom. This special hydrogen isotope is what gives rise to heavy water, a unique version of H2O that has more mass due to its neutron count. Interestingly, heavy water has a slightly sweet taste, making it quite distinct. While it's safe to drink in small amounts, it becomes hazardous when more than half of your body's water is heavy water. Such a high concentration can disrupt vital biological processes and even lead to serious health issues. Our bodies rely on the regular form of water for countless functions, including hydration, digestion, and temperature regulation. So while it might be tempting to sip this sweet variety, moderation is key. Too much of any kind of water can be dangerous. Prepare to be amazed by olives' hidden secrets. Did you know green and black olives come from the same tree? It's true, these delightful fruits are harvested at different stages of ripeness, which gives them their distinct flavors and textures. Green olives are picked early, before they fully ripen. This results in a firmer texture and a sharper, more bitter taste that some people love to snack on. In contrast, black olives are allowed to ripen fully on the tree, becoming softer and darkening in color. This change not only alters their taste, making them richer and more mellow, but also gives them that classic black appearance we recognize. So the next time you enjoy a pizza topped with olives, think about the journey those fruits took. Isn't it fascinating that such a simple ingredient has such a complex story behind it? Have you ever heard of No Name, Colorado? This quirky little town in Colorado stands out for its unconventional name choice, reflecting an interesting blend of humor and straightforwardness. Named simply No Name, the town embraces its identity with a sense of pride that is hard to miss. Located near Glenwood Springs, this unique moniker brings a smile to the faces of curious travelers and locals alike. While many towns strive for grand titles or names with rich histories, No Name takes a different route by opting for a name that couldn't be simpler. This playful choice often leads to amusing conversations and endless questions, making it a memorable stop for those exploring the beautiful Rockies. Not only is the town a fun anomaly, but it also highlights how names can carry unexpected meaning and character. So the next time you're in Colorado, consider a detour to No Name and appreciate the charm of unpretentious naming. Who knew a name could spark such interest? Ever thought about why blue whales sing underwater? These magnificent creatures, the largest animals on Earth, employ their stunning vocal abilities to communicate with one another. Blue whales generate low-frequency calls that can travel for hundreds of miles through the ocean, much like sending sonic messages across vast distances. These sounds enable them to connect with potential mates or fellow whales, effectively creating an underwater network of communication. It is believed that these songs also assist whales in navigating the deep, dark seas, guiding them safely through complex oceanic terrains. What's remarkable is that the frequencies produced by blue whales often fall below the range of human hearing, allowing them to produce sounds that we cannot perceive. Additionally, their songs contribute to social bonding, an essential aspect of their lives in the wild. It's almost as if they're holding a concert beneath the waves. So when you next think about the ocean's wonders, remember that blue whales are not just drifting through the water, they are actively singing, creating the largest and most impressive symphony on our planet. Can you believe Liam Payne bought a flying car? This former One Direction member made headlines when he purchased the iconic flying car from the Weasley family in the beloved Harry Potter films. This remarkable vehicle, known as the Ford Anglia, is famous for its magical ability to soar through the sky and even become invisible. The car first appeared in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where it played a crucial role in helping Harry and Ron escape from danger. For many fans, owning a piece of Harry Potter history is a dream come true, and Liam's connection to the franchise adds an exciting twist. By acquiring this enchanted automobile, he not only brings a bit of magic into his life, but also celebrates his love for a series that has captured the hearts of millions. As fans of both the music and film worlds unite, many wonder if Liam might take the car for a spin or showcase it in some magical way. Would you ever want to own a piece of movie magic like that? Why exactly does everyone in Savkra tightrope walk? It's a fascinating tradition that defines life in this small Russian village. For over a century, the residents have practiced tightrope walking, a skill that seems to be as common as riding a bike in other places. With its exact origins still a mystery, many villagers believe it started as a way to entertain and impress one another. Imagine children learning to balance on a rope high above the ground while their friends cheer them on. This unique art not only showcases agility and balance, but also strengthens community bonds, as families often come together to practice and perform. Tourists flock to Savkra to see these impressive feats, where even the elderly exhibit their skills. The villagers take immense pride in their unusual talent, making tightrope walking a vibrant part of their identity. Would you dare to try it yourself? Imagine only 2 cars in all of Ohio. In 1895, you might think that would make the roads pretty safe, but surprisingly, those 2 cars crashed into each other. This unusual incident illustrates the early challenges of integrating automobiles into everyday life. Back then, the idea of cars was brand new, and people weren't quite sure how to share the roads. Horses and buggies were still the norm, and suddenly these noisy machines were zooming by. While there were only 2 automobiles, this collision symbolized the start of a major transformation in transportation. It marked the beginning of a long journey towards becoming a car-dependent society. As technology improved, vehicles became more common, leading to the development of traffic laws, signals, and paved roads. Ohio, like many other places, had to adapt to this change. That crash may seem trivial today, but it represents a pivotal moment in history when cars began to play a central role in our lives. Can you imagine how different our roads would look without that collision? Discover the power of folic acid in your diet. Folic acid, a crucial B vitamin, is naturally found in delicious foods like leafy greens and citrus fruits. This nutrient plays a vital role in cell growth and is especially important for pregnant women as it helps prevent serious birth defects. To combat folic acid deficiencies across the population, nutritionists often recommend adding it to commonly consumed processed foods. That's why you'll find it in cereals, bread, and even some snacks. By enriching these everyday items, we ensure that more people get the essential nutrients they need without overhauling their diets. Next time you grab a bowl of cereal or a slice of bread, know that you're not just enjoying a tasty meal, but also boosting your intake of folic acid. Are you getting enough of this important nutrient in your daily meals? Did you know that vaults are nature's cellular mysteries? These intriguing barrel-shaped structures hide within many animal cells, but their exact role still puzzles scientists. Discovered in the 1980s, vaults are often brushed aside in textbooks, leaving us to wonder about their functions. Some researchers propose that they could be involved in transporting molecules within the cell, or even in providing a defense mechanism against viruses and toxins. The shape of vaults allows them to potentially carry other substances, making them fascinating candidates for studying drug delivery systems. Imagine these little barrels going about their business, possibly ensuring our cells stay healthy and coordinated. Despite the gaps in our knowledge, their presence in various animal cells suggests they are playing an essential, yet mysterious role in cell biology. What other secrets might vaults hold? Can you believe Boggy Peak is now Mount Obama? In a unique move, Antigua and Barbuda decided to rename their highest mountain, changing its name from Boggy Peak to Mount Obama in honor of the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. This change took place in 2009, shortly after Obama took office, and remained in place until 2016. The decision to honor Obama was largely influenced by his historic election as the first African-American president and his efforts to promote unity across nations. Mount Obama offers stunning views of the lush landscape and is a popular hiking destination for both locals and tourists. The name change was met with mixed reactions. Some applauded the tribute, seeing it as a sign of respect and admiration, while others felt it was unnecessary. Regardless of opinions, this gesture highlighted the global influence of Obama and the deep connections some nations feel towards American leadership. When you hike up to this impressive peak today, you can't help but reflect on the lasting impact of such a remarkable leader. Is it really true that balloons flew at the Olympics? During the 1900 Olympic Games in Paris, an exciting and unique event took place, the very first hot air balloon competition. This unusual contest featured 24 daring participants from 6 different countries, all eager to showcase their flying skills. Unlike traditional Olympic sports that are known today, the balloon competitors took to the skies in various flight-related events, providing a spectacular sight for the spectators below. Imagine the thrill of watching colorful balloons drifting gracefully through the air as contestants tried to achieve the highest altitude, longest flight, and other incredible feats. This addition to the Olympic roster highlighted the adventurous spirit of the era and showcased the fascination people had with flight. Although hot air ballooning hasn't made its way back into the Olympics since then, this extraordinary event reminds us of the diverse and innovative ways in which humans have always sought to explore the skies. What other surprising events could have been part of the Olympics? Guess what really drives flag pride in Minnesota? In 2007, Minnesota took a bold step by enacting a law that began on January 1st, 2008, which prohibited retailers from selling American flags not made in the United States. This legislation aimed to boost domestic manufacturing and instill a sense of patriotism among residents. By ensuring that flags sold in the state are produced locally, Minnesota encourages consumers to support American workers and factories. This move reflects a growing awareness of the importance of buying homemade goods, especially when it comes to symbols of national pride, like the American flag. For many Minnesotans, displaying a flag made in their own country brings a greater connection to their identity and values. Do you think other states should adopt similar laws to nurture their own craftsmanship and patriotism? Ever heard about Estonia's sacred Thursdays? In ancient Estonia, Thursdays weren't just another day of the week, they were deeply revered. People believed it was a sacred time, dedicated to Turu, the deity of thunder and fertility. Rather than working, communities would come together to celebrate this special evening. These gatherings were vibrant with storytelling and rituals, all aimed at attracting prosperity and good fortune. Imagine sharing tales by a warm fire while the sound of laughter filled the air. Even today, many folk traditions in Estonia reflect these ancient practices, keeping the spirit of Turu alive. From festive rituals to local stories passed down through generations, elements of those Thursday celebrations live on. They remind us how culture shapes our lives, connecting us with the earth, nature, and each other. So next Thursday, pause for a moment to think about the significance of the day, not just in Estonia, but in the rhythms of life around the world. Doesn't it make you appreciate the power of tradition? Did you know about Pakistan's prime ministers? Since gaining independence in 1947, no prime minister of Pakistan has successfully completed a full 5-year term. Each leader has faced significant challenges, including dismissal, resignation, military intervention, or political upheaval. The turbulent political landscape of Pakistan has often resulted in sudden changes at the top, leaving citizens without stable leadership. For instance, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the first elected prime minister, was overthrown in a military coup, and since then, few leaders have managed to stay in power for the duration of their term. This cycle of instability has had lasting effects on the country's governance and development. Political parties often find it difficult to implement long-term policies when leaders are frequently changed, leading to uncertainty. As Pakistan continues to navigate its political future, will a prime minister ever complete a full term? Did you know that expectancy theory can change decisions? This fascinating concept, developed by psychologist Victor H. Vroom in 1964, helps explain why people often favor one plan over another. According to expectancy theory, individuals assess the likelihood of success for various options before making a choice. For example, if you have a plan A but think it's less likely to succeed than your plan B, you might choose to pursue plan B instead. This mindset is especially important in areas like career choices, academic paths, or business strategies. By evaluating potential outcomes and their perceived probabilities, you can make decisions that align with your goals and aspirations. Understanding this theory can empower you to reflect on how you assess risks and rewards in your life. So the next time you're faced with a decision, consider how expectancy theory might be guiding your thoughts. Is it time to rethink the plans you've made based on their likelihood of success? Did you know sloths are great swimmers? These slow-moving creatures can actually paddle through water 3 times faster than they can crawl on land. While sloths are known for their lazy lifestyle, they have some hidden talents that might surprise you. When they swim, they can hold their breath for an impressive 40 minutes, far exceeding the breath-holding abilities of dolphins, which can only manage about 10 to 15 minutes. This incredible skill allows sloths to navigate through rivers and streams with ease, escaping potential predators or simply searching for food. Their long limbs and buoyant bodies make them natural swimmers, and when they need to, they can glide through the water almost gracefully. So the next time you see a sloth hanging out in a tree, remember they're not just lounging, they're also equipped for life in the water. Here's what actually happens when you eat fondue. Fondue originated in Switzerland as a clever way to make use of leftover bread and cheese during the chilly winter months. Imagine a pot bubbling with melted cheese, typically Gruyere and Emmental, creating a warm and inviting dish perfect for sharing. This communal meal is not just about eating, but about connecting with friends and family. As diners gather around the pot, they use long forks to dip pieces of crusty bread into the gooey cheese, making for a delightful, interactive dining experience. The rich, creamy texture of the cheese paired with the crunchy bread is irresistible. Fondue is often enjoyed with a glass of white wine, enhancing the flavors and making the moment even more special. So next time you gather with loved ones, consider bringing the traditions of Swiss fondue to your table. What better way to bond over food? Did you know that Sundoku describes unread books? This unique Japanese term brings to light a charming yet relatable habit: collecting books and letting them stack up without actually reading them. It combines the idea of piling up with the joy of reading, showcasing a bittersweet relationship many of us have with literature. Picture this. You walk into a bookstore or scroll through an online shop, and suddenly your love for books compels you to buy a few more titles, even if your current reading pile is growing taller by the day. Tsundoku reflects not just an appreciation for books, but also a desire to enrich our minds, even when life gets busy. This phenomenon isn't limited to just Japan. It's a universal tendency, as many book lovers around the world find themselves facing similar stacked collections. So the next time you see a tower of books waiting to be read, remember, you're not alone in this delightful dilemma. Most people don't know about Tokyo's giant Gundam statue. This incredible landmark is a life-size replica of the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam, towering at a staggering 64.6 feet and weighing a hefty 98,000 pounds. Located in the vibrant Odaiba district, this statue is more than just a piece of art. It comes alive with moving components, including a head and torso that shift and rotate. Completed in 2017, the Gundam statue also delights visitors with a stunning light show, replicating special effects from the beloved anime series that has captivated fans worldwide. Anime enthusiasts flock to this sanctuary not only to take photos, but also to immerse themselves in Japanese pop culture. As night falls, the statue transforms, illuminated by colorful lights that create a dazzling spectacle. Whether you're an anime fan or just curious about Japan's unique attractions, visiting this giant Gundam is an experience like no other. Will you be inspired to visit and see this monumental work of art for yourself? You might be shocked to learn that burglars love sock drawers. This common hiding spot isn't as safe as many people think. When thieves break into homes, they often start by rummaging through sock drawers because they know these places are frequently overlooked. Many of us stash our valuables, like cash, jewelry, or important documents, where we believe they won't be found. However, this strategy can backfire. Instead of using predictable spots, it's time to think outside the box. Consider hiding treasures in unusual locations, like inside old books, in kitchen appliances, or within the lining of a coat. Securing items in less obvious places can make a burglar's job more difficult. So next time you store something precious, ask yourself, is this the best hiding spot? Take control and keep your belongings safe from prying hands. Did you know what really powers the universe? It's dark energy. This mysterious force is responsible for the accelerating expansion of the cosmos, and yet scientists know very little about it. In fact, dark energy makes up about 68% of the total energy content of the universe, according to various cosmological studies. Imagine that. Most of everything around us, stars, galaxies, and planets, are just a tiny fraction of what exists. Scientists discovered dark energy in the late 1990s when they observed distant supernovae. These exploding stars appeared dimmer than expected, signaling that the universe was expanding faster than anyone had predicted. The idea of dark energy poses numerous questions for physicists and astronomers. Is it a fundamental property of space? Or maybe it's a new force we haven't yet accounted for? Understanding dark energy could lead to breakthroughs in our grasp of the universe's fate and its ultimate fate. Could our reality be just a shadow of something much larger? The more we learn, the more exciting the mysteries of the cosmos become. Prepare to be amazed by the aardvark's uniqueness. Aardvarks stand out as the only remaining members of the order Tubulidentata, which ties them to a fascinating group of animals known as Afrotheria. This special clade also includes elephants and manatees, showcasing how diverse evolution can be. One of the aardvark's most impressive features is its ability to close its nostrils tightly while digging in the ground for ants and termites. This clever adaptation prevents dust and pesky insects from getting in while the aardvark searches for its favorite snacks. These nocturnal creatures play a crucial role in their ecosystem by controlling insect populations, making them vital for maintaining a balanced environment. So the next time you think about these quirky animals, remember they're not just cute, they're also extremely important for their habitats. Let's uncover the truth about oversized snacks. This quirky shop has become a must-visit spot, drawing both locals and curious tourists each day. People flock to experience the fun of munching on snacks that are much larger than your typical snack size. Imagine biting into a donut as big as your head or a giant pretzel that could feed a family. The catch is that this shop does not offer delivery, which means you have to make the trip in person to enjoy these delightful creations. This policy not only boosts foot traffic, but also fosters a sense of community. Friends and families gather together, sharing laughs and snapping pictures as they indulge in these oversized treats. It's not just about the snacks, but the whole experience of visiting, enjoying, and connecting with others. So if you find yourself nearby, why not stop by and see what the hype is all about? Here's a wild fact about Segway's owner. In 2010, Jimmy Heselton, the passionate founder of the Segway company, met a shocking fate while riding his own invention. Known for promoting the innovative two-wheeled device that aimed to revolutionize personal transport, Heselton tragically lost control during a ride. His accident happened when he veered off course and fell into a ravine, which is an unbelievable twist considering his deep commitment to safe riding. This incident highlights the unpredictable nature of technology and the inherent risks that come with any mode of transport, even those designed to be safer and more efficient. Heselton's death served as a somber reminder of how even the most experienced users can face dangers, leaving a lasting impact on the Segway community and its followers. Was it mere bad luck or a cautionary tale about the very devices we trust? Did you know toilets reveal social dynamics? Researchers often find that communal toilet facilities offer a fascinating glimpse into how families and communities interact. When people come together in shared spaces like these, it's not just about the practical use of the toilet, it's a rich social experience. Families might engage in conversations, laugh, or share stories while waiting, transforming a basic necessity into a lively social hub. This is especially evident in various cultures where using a communal toilet becomes a daily routine that fosters connections. Observing these interactions can reveal insights about social norms, cooperation, and even conflict resolution in everyday life. As people navigate their shared environment, they develop a sense of community and belonging that goes far beyond simple restroom use. So next time you think about toilets, remember they're not just for business. They can also play a role in how we connect with others and build relationships. Isn't it interesting how such a simple facility can reflect complex social behavior? Did you know Iguazu Falls has 275 breathtaking waterfalls? This magnificent natural wonder sits on the border between Argentina and Brazil, captivating visitors with its incredible beauty and sheer power. The falls stretch over nearly 2 miles and consist of a breathtaking series of waterfalls cascading into the Iguazu River. Each waterfall is unique, with varying heights and shapes, creating a stunning panorama that leaves onlookers in awe. When you visit, you can walk along paths for up-close views or even take boat rides that get you splashed by the misty spray. The surrounding rainforest is home to diverse wildlife, so along with the sound of rushing water, you might spot colorful birds like toucans or playful monkeys swinging from the trees. The name Iguazu comes from the indigenous Guarani language, meaning big water, which is truly fitting. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is not just a visual feast, it's also a reminder of the incredible natural forces at work in our world. Isn't it amazing how nature can create such spectacular scenery? Believe it or not, Beijing has its own cough. Residents of the bustling capital of China often talk about something called the Beijing cough, a condition linked to the city's severe air pollution. With smog cloaking the skyline, people are exposed to dangerously high levels of harmful particles in the air. This isn't just an annoyance, it seriously impacts health, leading to persistent respiratory issues, lung diseases, and long-term complications. It's a common sight to see locals wearing masks, trying to shield themselves from the fog of pollution that hangs over the city, especially during winter months. The government has taken steps to tackle these air quality problems by investing in cleaner energy and limiting vehicle emissions, but improvement comes slowly. Residents remain hopeful that one day, the lovely blue skies will return, along with cleaner air. Will Beijing ever breathe easy again? Did you know turkeys can reproduce without males? Female turkeys possess a fascinating ability called parthenogenesis, where they can produce offspring without the need for fertilization by a male. This rare reproductive strategy allows the turkey to develop eggs on its own, which primarily results in male offspring due to their unique haploid gene expression. It's a remarkable example of nature's diversity, showcasing that animals can adapt in unexpected ways to survive. In situations where females face limited access to mates, parthenogenesis can enable a population to continue thriving despite potential challenges in reproduction. This intriguing ability not only raises questions about how species evolve, but also highlights the incredible adaptive strategies present in the animal kingdom. Turkeys are just one of the many species that demonstrate how life finds a way to endure and flourish, even in tough circumstances. Isn't it amazing how nature continually surprises us with its ingenuity? Hard to believe, but love was once fought for. In medieval times, men often took part in trial by combat to prove their love and defend their honor. This dramatic practice involved two knights battling it out, with the victor deemed the rightful suitor. While this might sound like something from a storybook, it highlights how intense feelings of love and rivalry could once lead to literal fights. Fast forward to today, and we might not be swinging swords, but we still have our disputes. Instead of duels, modern relationships can sometimes stir up heated arguments, even over trivial matters like who cleans the dishes or takes out the trash. These little skirmishes may lack the grandeur of yore, but they still reflect the deep connections and emotions we feel toward our loved ones. Who knew that the bickering over chores had such a thrilling historical background? Did you know New York Harbor had trillions of oysters? In the early 19th century, this bustling harbor was a thriving ecosystem teeming with these bivalves, which played a vital role in maintaining the water's health. Oysters are nature's filters. They can clean up to 50 gallons of water a day, helping to keep the harbor clear and vibrant. People often harvested oysters not only for food, but also for their shells, which were used in construction or as fertilizer. Sadly, due to overfishing, pollution, and habitat loss, the oyster population plummeted drastically, leading to a significant decline in water quality and loss of biodiversity. However, conservation efforts have been ramping up in recent years, with programs aimed at restoring oyster populations in the harbor. These initiatives not only help bring back a crucial species, but also work to revitalize the marine environment around New York City. Imagine walking along the shore one day and seeing oysters returning to their former glory. What a change that would bring to the ecosystem. Prepare to be amazed by how you feel wetness. Actually, humans don't have special wetness detectors in our skin like you might expect. So how do we know when something is wet? Our bodies rely on our other senses, primarily touch and temperature. When you touch a wet surface, your skin senses the chill of the water, and this temperature change signals your brain that it's likely wet. Furthermore, the feeling of moisture increases our awareness. Think about walking barefoot on grass. It feels different when it's soaked in rain. Our brain combines these sensory cues to interpret the feeling of wetness. Isn't it fascinating how our body adapts? This clever workaround allows us to interact with our environment more effectively. So the next time you notice something feels wet, remember it's a combination of temperature and touch doing all the work. Did you know the Arabian Peninsula is the world's largest? Spanning a whopping 3.2 million square kilometers, this vast expanse is primarily desert, making it a unique and fascinating region. Countries within the peninsula include well-known nations like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, and Yemen, each contributing to the rich tapestry of culture and geography. This area is not just known for its size, it is home to stunning landscapes, ranging from endless golden dunes to rugged mountain ranges. The climate is mostly arid, which plays a crucial role in shaping the lives of the people who call this land home. Many communities have adapted to the harsh conditions, finding innovative ways to thrive in such an environment. Plus, with its significant reserves of oil, the Arabian Peninsula has heavily influenced global energy markets. Isn't it fascinating how a desert can hold such power and beauty? Prepare to be amazed by Nova H1 audio earrings. These innovative accessories combine cutting-edge technology with stylish design, making them a must-have for music lovers and fashion enthusiasts alike. Each pair features directional speakers that allow you to enjoy your favorite tunes and take calls without needing to insert anything into your ears. This unique setup means you can hear clear sound while still being aware of your surroundings, offering a perfect balance between immersion and safety. Plus, the sleek appearance of the Nova H1 earrings means you won't have to sacrifice style for functionality. Imagine walking down the street, effortlessly listening to music or chatting with friends, all while looking chic. With the Nova H1, you can experience the freedom of wireless sound in a form that feels more like jewelry than typical headphones. Why settle for ordinary earphones when you can wear a piece of art that enhances your listening experience? Why do so many fear needles and sharp objects? This fear is known as belanophobia, a term that originates from the Greek word for needle. Those who suffer from belanophobia often experience intense anxiety at the sight of needles, pins, or other pointed objects. This fear can stem from various factors, including past traumatic experiences like painful injections, or even just hearing stories from others. Studies have shown that approximately 10% of people experience this specific phobia, highlighting how common it is. Symptoms can include sweating, rapid heartbeat, and an overwhelming urge to escape the situation. Understanding belanophobia can help those affected find ways to cope and manage their fear, whether through gradual exposure therapy or relaxation techniques. So is it the sharpness, the pain, or something deeper that triggers this phobia? What happened to Percy Fawcett in the Amazon? In 1925, British explorer Percy Fawcett embarked on a daring adventure to find the legendary city of Z, rumored to be hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest. Fawcett, a seasoned adventurer, believed this ancient city was filled with gold and advanced civilizations. His journey was not just a quest for treasure, it was also a hunt for knowledge about the people and cultures that lived there. However, communication from Fawcett and his team ceased shortly after they began their expedition, leaving behind a mystery that still intrigues many today. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Fawcett was ever found, leading to numerous theories about his fate, from being lost in the dense jungle to having encountered hostile tribes or even meeting a tragic end. His disappearance not only fueled tales of adventure, but also sparked interest in the Amazon and its unexplored regions, shaping the way we view lost cities today. Why does Fawcett's story captivate us even decades later? Can you imagine a slowing global population growth? For the first time in history, the rate at which the global population is growing has started to decline. The United Nations has acknowledged this shift, even in its most pessimistic forecasts, predicting that this trend will continue for years to come. So why is this happening? Advancements in agriculture mean we can grow more food with less land, while new technologies help distribute resources more efficiently. Additionally, improvements in healthcare mean longer lifespans and better quality of life, allowing people to thrive in various environments. As these factors come together, we may find ourselves in a future where maintaining a larger population isn't as daunting as it once seemed. This is an exciting time. The relationship between our numbers and the world around us is evolving. How will we adapt to these changes in the years ahead? Did you know Trump has a Hollywood star? Donald Trump, the only U.S. president with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, earned this unique recognition in 2007. He received the honor primarily for his role as a producer on the reality TV show The Apprentice, which became a cultural phenomenon during its airing. Interestingly, the star reflects not only his success in television, but also the divisive opinions people hold about him. Over the years, the star has been vandalized several times, showcasing the strong reactions he inspires across the political spectrum. This blend of fame and infamy highlights the complexities of public figures in America. While many celebrate the entertainment contributions he made, others express their discontent through acts of vandalism. This ongoing tension raises questions about the nature of celebrity and accountability, making Trump's star a fascinating point of discussion in both pop culture and politics. How does one person's fame translate into a symbol of division for so many? Get ready for a galactic collision between Andromeda and Milky Way. In about 4.5 billion years, our home galaxy, the Milky Way, is set to collide with the Andromeda Galaxy, which is currently hurtling towards us at about 110 kilometers per second. While this seems like a distant future, it's a fascinating event that will reshape our cosmic neighborhood. When these two massive galaxies meet, they will create a spectacular fusion of stars and gas, possibly triggering new star formation as they merge. It's not just a simple smash-up. Gravitational forces will pull apart and reshape the galaxies, creating a new, larger galaxy that might be called Milky Way. Interestingly, even though this event sounds catastrophic, the vast distances between stars mean that individual stars are unlikely to collide. So rather than chaos, we might witness a stunning cosmic dance unfolding over millions of years. Are you excited to imagine this epic event? Have you ever visited a poison garden before? This intriguing attraction in England is home to over 100 species of poisonous and narcotic plants, creating a strangely beautiful but perilous experience for adventurous visitors. While exploring this garden, guests must be accompanied by a guide, as many plants can pose serious health risks. Some areas even have air that can be toxic, highlighting just how dangerous these plants can be. Imagine standing face-to-face with deadly nightshade or opium poppies. The garden serves as a fascinating reminder of nature's power, showcasing the fine line between beauty and danger. Many of these plants have a rich history, having been used in medicine and folklore, which adds to the allure. Still, one must tread carefully, as the temptation to touch or smell the flora can lead to unintended consequences. The poison garden not only captures the imagination, but also educates visitors about the importance of respecting nature's mysteries. Are you ready to learn about these captivating yet hazardous plants? Can you believe the smallest spider is just tiny? The long-legged spider, measuring only 0.3 millimeters in size, holds the title for the world's tiniest spider. Imagine something so minuscule that you could fit more than 100 of them on a single penny. Discovered in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, this little creature might be small, but it plays an important role in its ecosystem. Long-legged spiders thrive in leaf litter and other hidden areas, helping to control pest populations by preying on tiny insects. Their delicate bodies are often hard to spot, even for keen-eyed naturalists, as they blend seamlessly into their surroundings. Despite their size, these spiders have unique features like exceptionally long legs compared to their body, making them look even smaller. Scientists still have so much to learn about these diminutive spiders and their habitats. Who knows what other fascinating creatures they might uncover in the process? This might surprise you. Venice has floating buses. The Vaporetto is a unique public transportation system that glides through the iconic canals of Venice, making exploration both fun and convenient. Unlike traditional buses, these watercraft help passengers get around the historical city, where streets are replaced by serene waterways. Tourists from all over flock to the city, eager to hop on a Vaporetto and snap selfies as they navigate the picturesque scenery. As you ride, you're treated to breathtaking views of centuries-old buildings reflecting on the shimmering water, making each trip an adventure. Don't worry if you're new to this aquatic mode of transport. Friendly staff are always around to help. The Vaporetto isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's a memorable experience that immerses you in the charm and beauty of Venice. Have you ever taken a ride on a floating bus? Did you know Victoria Falls roars for miles? This incredible natural wonder, straddling the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia, is one of the largest waterfalls in the world, captivating visitors with its sheer size and power. As the water plunges over the edge, It creates a booming sound that can be heard from up to 40 miles away. Imagine standing miles away and still hearing the thunderous roar of the falls. This auditory spectacle is matched by the sight of mist rising from the base, which can be seen from far-off distances, creating a magical atmosphere. Local wildlife thrives in the surrounding rainforest, nourished by the waterfall's splashes and mists. Whether you're an adventure seeker, nature lover, or simply curious, Victoria Falls promises an unforgettable experience that makes you appreciate the raw power of nature. Have you ever heard such a powerful sound before? Prepare to be amazed by toilet flushing music. Did you know that most toilets produce a tune when they flush? In fact, the sound that many toilets make happens to be in the musical key of E-flat. While it might seem surprising, this quirky detail has to do with how flushing mechanisms work and the shape of the toilet itself. When you pull the handle, water rushes down and causes the bowl to create this unique note. If you listen closely the next time you flush, you might even start to notice this little melody. It adds a fun twist to a mundane activity. Imagine sharing this fascinating tidbit with your friends and family. Who knew our bathrooms could deliver unexpected harmonies? So next time you use the loo, will you take a moment to enjoy the E-flat symphony? Hard to believe, but Swedish parents face naming rejection. In an unusual turn of events, a couple in Sweden tried to name their child with a string of letters that looked like a chaotic keyboard mash. They claimed it was pronounced Alban, but Swedish naming laws stepped in to say no way. These laws are designed to protect children from unusual names that could potentially embarrass them or be difficult for others to pronounce. In Sweden, there's a tradition of keeping names fairly straightforward. This means names must be easily understood and fit within established cultural norms. While some parents yearn for unique spellings and original names, the Swedish government takes child welfare very seriously. So if you're planning to name your baby something quirky, consider local laws and cultural implications. Your choice might not be as free as it seems. Ever wondered how onboard cameras change our adventures? These fantastic devices give us a thrilling first-person perspective that can elevate our experiences like never before. Picture this. You're zip-lining through a dense forest, and instead of just imagining the view, an onboard camera captures every exhilarating moment from your eyes. This immersive technology is enhancing activities ranging from skiing and scuba diving to skydiving and mountain biking. Participants feel a unique connection to their experience, as they can relive the excitement later or share it with friends and family. The stunning footage, often accompanied by incredible sound effects, brings the thrill alive, making everyone feel like they are right there with you. Onboard cameras are not just about capturing memories. They also help to promote safety and technique by allowing people to review their performance afterward. As we embrace this technology, one thing is clear. Adventures have never been more exhilarating and unforgettable. Hard to believe, but Eskimos beat modern fridges. For centuries, indigenous Arctic people, often called Eskimos, ingeniously crafted insulated boxes to protect their food from extreme cold. The frigid Arctic temperatures plunge well below those of your typical home fridge, making these insulated containers a brilliant necessity. Instead of focusing on simply keeping food cold, these boxes were designed to prevent food from freezing solid, allowing it to remain edible even in the harshest conditions. Made from materials like snow and ice, these boxes utilize natural insulation properties, trapping air for added warmth. With this method, traditional diets could be preserved, ensuring that vital nutrients were not lost to freezing and thawing. This clever approach shows the resourcefulness of Arctic cultures in adapting to their unique environment. Isn't it amazing how necessity drives innovation in ways we might not expect? Did you know about the $8.6 million Christmas tree? The most expensive Christmas tree ever displayed was unveiled in 2010 at the opulent Emirates Palace Hotel in Abu Dhabi. This extravagant holiday masterpiece was valued at over $8.6 million, dazzling visitors with its lavish decorations. It featured 181 stunning pieces of jewelry, including sparkling diamonds, deep green emeralds, and vibrant sapphires, each adding an air of luxury to the festive season. While the tree certainly caught the eye and sparked curiosity worldwide, it also raised important questions about the values we associate with Christmas. Traditionally a time for simplicity and charitable giving, this display prompted discussions about consumerism and the excesses often linked to holiday celebrations. How does such a display reflect our times and priorities during this joyous season? Can you imagine that comets have a closest point? In the fascinating dance of comets around the sun, two key terms describe their orbits: perihelion and aphelion. The perihelion is the moment when a comet comes closest to the sun, meaning it experiences the hottest temperatures and its gases start to vaporize, creating that beautiful glowing tail we associate with these celestial wonders. On the flip side, aphelion marks the farthest point from the sun, where the comet cools down and slows down. This rhythm of close encounters and distant retreats happens over incredibly long periods, often taking decades or even centuries. Understanding these points helps scientists predict a comet's behavior and appearance, like when it'll be visible from Earth again. So the next time you hear about a comet, think about its thrilling journey between the heat of perihelion and the chill of aphelion. Did you hear about the Chevy Malibu meteorite? In 1992, an astonishing event unfolded in New York when a meteorite struck a parked Chevy Malibu. This incredible collision is one of the most well-documented meteorite events in history. The meteorite, a type that originated from the asteroid belt, weighed about 12 kilograms and created a substantial hole in the car's roof. Witnesses reported the event with a mix of surprise and excitement as chunks of the meteorite scattered nearby. Scientists quickly became interested as they could study the rock to learn more about the early solar system. After its fall, the Chevy Malibu became a unique piece of history, showcasing the rare occurrence of space debris interacting with everyday objects. People often wonder how often meteorites hit our Earth, and the truth is they fall all the time, but most are too small to notice. The Malibu incident serves as a reminder that we share our planet with the remnants of the cosmos, making space less distant and more connected to our daily lives. What if I told you Leicester City shocked the betting world? In 2015, something truly amazing happened in the Premier League. Leicester City, a team that many considered underdogs, clinched the championship title while facing staggering odds of $5,000 to 1. This was not just a fairy tale for soccer fans, it also had major financial implications. The English sports betting company William Hill expected to profit from the team's unlikely outcome, but instead faced a shocking loss of $3 million. When Leicester triumphed, it upended the usual betting patterns, leaving many punters celebrating their unexpected wins. This remarkable win highlighted the unpredictability of sports and how it can turn even the biggest betting giants on their heads. The story of Leicester's triumph remains a source of inspiration, showing that anything is possible in sports. Can you imagine the thrill of betting on such an incredible underdog? Why exactly does history remember Kennedy's Secret Service agents? On the day of President Kennedy's assassination, a shocking revelation emerged. At least 9 of his Secret Service agents were recovering from an all-night bender that ended just hours before the tragic events unfolded. This detail adds a layer of complexity to the narrative surrounding that fateful day in November 1963. Some agents, known for their dedication and loyalty, were reportedly unable to fully perform their duties due to their hangovers. As the motorcade traveled through Dallas, their focus and effectiveness were compromised, raising questions about the preparedness of the security team. This incident served as a reminder of the human flaws that can affect even the most disciplined professions. The implications of their actions that day continue to be analyzed, inviting us to consider how personal choices made in moments of leisure can impact the course of history. Here's a wild fact about Formula One helmets. Did you know that some of these iconic pieces of racing gear have fetched staggering prices at auction? One standout moment was in 2019 when a helmet worn by the legendary Ayrton Senna sold for over $150,000. This sale not only highlighted Senna's enduring legacy in the racing world, but also marked the helmet as one of the most expensive ever auctioned. Fans and collectors alike are drawn to these helmets, which tell stories of thrilling races and fierce competition. Collecting memorabilia like this has become a hot trend, showcasing how deeply people value the history and culture of Formula One. So, the next time you see a racing helmet, remember it could be worth more than a luxury car. What do you think about the prices these helmets reach? Did you know British courtrooms have two lawyer types? In the fascinating world of the UK legal system, solicitors and barristers play distinct yet complementary roles. Solicitors are the first point of contact for clients. They offer advice, prepare legal documents, and handle many aspects of a case. However, when it comes to representing clients in higher courts, solicitors must pass the baton to barristers. Barristers specialize in courtroom advocacy and litigation and possess the skills to present cases before judges and juries. This system exists to ensure that clients receive expert representation tailored to the complexities of their legal issues. When a case reaches a level requiring barristers, solicitors collaborate closely, providing necessary background information while barristers focus on their oral arguments. This division of labor drives the legal process efficiently, highlighting how teamwork enhances the justice system. So next time you think about legal proceedings, remember the vital roles both solicitors and barristers play in achieving justice. Here's a wild fact about avocados and durians. Many people enjoy the creamy taste of avocados, but they often toss away the pit without a second thought. Surprisingly, researchers are diving into the pit's potential health benefits, discovering that it might be packed with antioxidants and fiber. This makes it more than just a bulky seed. It could be a hidden treasure in your kitchen. On the other hand, the durian, often called the king of fruits, is famous for its unique flavor, but infamous for its overpowering odor. In many public places across Southeast Asia, durians are banned because some people find the smell nauseating. Despite its strong aroma, durian lovers swear by its rich, custard-like texture and taste, leading to passionate debates about its worth. While avocados' pits may someday star in health dishes, durian continues to captivate adventurous eaters. Isn't it fascinating how different cultures view these fruits so differently? Here's a wild fact about privacy policies. Did you know that it could take a person around 76 workdays to read all the privacy policies they come across online in just a year? That's shocking, right? With every app, website, and service asking for our consent, these policies can pile up quickly. On average, each privacy policy is filled with legal jargon that can take about 15 minutes to read. Multiplied by the hundreds of websites we visit, it adds up to a hefty amount of reading time. Many people don't realize how much time we spend clicking "I agree" without really understanding what it all means. This overwhelming volume of information raises important questions about our online safety and personal data. Should we really be spending so much time sifting through these documents, or is there a smarter way to protect ourselves? What if I told you generous bonuses can inspire loyalty? In 2012, Young Yuan Queng, the CEO of Lenovo, decided to reward his hardworking employees with an incredible $3 million bonus. This remarkable gesture reached about 10,000 employees, demonstrating a commitment to their welfare and motivation. It didn't stop there. Yuan Queng repeated the act in 2013, proving that rewarding team effort can create a positive workplace culture. Bonus distributions like this are more than just a nice surprise. They show employees their contributions are valued and can lead to increased productivity and job satisfaction. When workers feel appreciated, they tend to stay longer and work harder, positively impacting the whole company. Lenovo, a leader in the tech industry, clearly understands that investing in people is as crucial as investing in technology. What could other companies learn from this example? What if I told you Lincoln planned for loss? In 1864, President Abraham Lincoln faced a tough re-election campaign amidst the turmoil of the Civil War. With his approval ratings dropping and the Union's fortunes looking bleak, he genuinely believed he might lose to his opponent. In a remarkable move, Lincoln urged the renowned abolitionist Frederick Douglass to mobilize efforts to free as many enslaved individuals as possible in the southern states before the new president took office. This was not just a tactical gesture, it showed Lincoln's deep commitment to ending slavery and cementing his legacy. He wanted to ensure that, regardless of the election outcome, the transformation of American society towards freedom continued unabated. Douglas responded passionately, rallying others to the cause, showcasing how determined leaders can spark significant change even in desperate times. Lincoln's foresight and Douglas's activism created a powerful momentum towards human rights. Ever thought about the stars compared to our words? There are more stars in the universe than all the words ever spoken by humanity. This staggering fact reveals a cosmic library with stories and mysteries we have yet to explore. Scientists estimate that there are over 100 billion galaxies, each containing billions of stars. To put that into perspective, some estimates suggest that the total number of spoken words throughout history is around 1 quintillion, a number that seems almost trivial when stacked against the endless twinkling of the cosmos. Imagine each star holding a story waiting to be told, like a book on a vast, unbrowsed shelf. The night sky serves not only as a stunning view, but also as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our universe. So next time you look up, remember that those countless stars are more than just bright dots. They're a call to uncover the secrets of the universe.